Hello, I'm Loyd Auerbach, also known as Professor Paranormal, and welcome to the Ask Professor Paranormal channel. For the last couple of years, I've been doing a Facebook Live session every other Sunday and having people ask me questions about the paranormal. I'm going to talk about topics here in a moment. I've now moved over to the YouTube platform. I'm hoping that people will attend these live sessions and ask me tons of questions or bring up topics for me to discuss. By way of introduction of myself, I am a parapsychologist by training. I have a master's in parapsychology from John F. Kennedy University. The program no longer exists. In fact, the university has been folded now for the last couple of years into National University. But I've been in the field since 1979, which is when I actually entered graduate school. Been doing investigations mainly, but I'm primarily an educator. I like to train and turn out great investigators of the paranormal, which, by the way, is much, much more, when it comes right down to it, than what you see on these TV shows. Parapsychology is the field of science that I'm trained in, and this is the science that actually studies psychic experiences, psychic phenomena, in which we would consider what people on TV call paranormal experiences or paranormal phenomena. Apparitions, hauntings, and poltergeists are just one part of what parapsychologists actually study. So in this every other week, hopefully, YouTube live session, my Ask Professor Paranormal Q&A, you can ask me questions or bring up topics around anything having to do with psychic phenomena. That's the range of everything. That includes extrasensory perception. That's telepathy, clairvoyance, precognition, remote viewing, all of those things. Psychokinesis, which is mind-matter interaction, or mind over matter, mind over energy. And that runs the gamut from, yes, telekinesis, moving things, to metal bending, to affecting computers and other electronics, random number generators, and somewhere in there is psychic healing. Energy healing falls into this range as well. And the third area that parapsychology studies is survival of bodily death. The idea that consciousness, the thing that is us, survives the death of our bodies, our brains, and can communicate or interact after death, or at least have an existence after death. And included in that range of phenomena are things that are more suggestive of survival of consciousness, such as near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, reincarnation. And we deal with kids who remember previous lives in our field. We deal with mediumship, especially evidential mediumship in our field as well, and apparitions, hauntings, and so on. Poltergeist phenomena, by the way, if you were to attend our sessions, you'd learn is more closely connected to the living than the dead. Even hauntings are much more, the residual hauntings people talk about on TV, much more closely related to the living than the dead. But apparitions, my favorite topic, people who stick around after they've died. Just again, a little bit of background for me. I am currently president of the Forever Family Foundation. That is foreverfamilyfoundation.org. It is a free organization to join. It supports the work of spirit mediums, evidential mediums in the family grieving process, and supports research into evidence for survival of bodily death. I've been president for a number of years. As of late spring 2023, I am president of the board of directors of the Rhine Research Center. That's Rhine.org, RHINE.org. It is the longest running laboratory in parapsychology in the United States, starting off as the Duke Parapsychology Lab, Duke University's, back in 1935. It's been off campus since 1965, and it is the Rhine Research Center. Tons of educational opportunities there, tons of video and audio in the media library, support the work of the Rhine doing research in parapsychology. And as part of that, I am one of the main instructors for the Rhine Education Center's online parapsychology courses. So if you go to the Rhine site, rhine.org, RHINE.org, and click on education, you can get to it, or go to rhineedu.org and see the classes that we offer that I, John Kruth, and others teach for anyone who wants to attend. You can actually take them for certificates or just take them for fun. So those are the main things I'm involved in. If folks know anything about me, I'm also the director of a group called the Office of Paranormal Investigations, which started back in 1989. I am in the process and always in the process of training new investigators all around the country. and I'm involved in some other organizations as well. Okay, so there's a range of things you can ask me questions about. Please come to the channel. Keep an eye on announcements that'll be on Twitter at Prof Paranormal or at Loyd Auerbach, and make sure you spell my name with one L. Also, there'll be announcements coming through YouTube as well, and on my Facebook page, my author page, which is loyd.auerbach.author. And I hope you pick up some of my books, which are on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from people during these sessions. If you want to send me a question in advance or a topic to discuss, feel free to send it to askprofparanormal@gmail.com or just profparanormal@gmail.com. Have a great whatever time of day and week this is, and I hope to see you soon.